What's up, guys? Four-wheeler doctor back again. Today we're working on a little Razor 800. Not real sure what year it is. Maybe a 08 or 9 or something like that. It's got a coolant leak out of the weep hole here in the water pump. The owner actually had it vented up, and most people don't even know what that does. But it had water in the vent line, and he had asked about that. So told him that either one of his seals are bad, which the water pump side naturally. So we're going to see about getting this replaced. I already got the tire off, as you can see, and now I'm going to drain this coolant out, which is the craziest thing. Polaris doesn't give you a drain hole or bolt or anything, so you just pretty much have to take the radiator hose off. So that ought to be fun. Probably going to make a dang mess. So let me see about getting this hose off and drain it. This big old funnel here. We're going to drain it out into a jug and try to reuse it if we can. So let me get this drained out, and then I'll cut the camera back on right before I start taking these bolts out. So guys, surprisingly there wasn't much coolant that came out of there, so I didn't make that big of a mess. There is still some in the water outlet here, and it'll probably drain out a right good little bit when I take this cover off, but we're just gonna top that back off. I don't think I'm gonna even worry about catching it. So let me get all these bolts out of this thing. Looks like there's 2, 4, 6, 7 bolts to get out. They're all 8mm. So let me pull those out, and we'll see about what we're looking like after I get that done. Let me get them out real quick. Alright guys, got the cover off. This is what we're left with. This is the impeller. Got a 13mm, looks like, nut on it. Just a rubber O-ring is the seal. And this thing did have, all the bolts were the same with the exception of this one that's left in here and the one on the very bottom here. Those were longer bolts. The other ones were these little shorter bolts here. I didn't even mess with sticking these in cardboard because this looks like this is going to be a pretty quick install. So now you need to take this impeller off. Not sure how hard. Well, I just kind of snapped it with the wrench and broke it loose. It looks like a lock nut that's holding that on, but you may have to put a little impact on it or something like that to get it to pull off. But mine popped right off, as you can see. And then slide this impeller off. Sometimes they can kind of get stuck on there because they're made out of some sort of plastic. So I may have to get a screwdriver and kind of pry it in 2 locations just so you don't break the thing. And ease it off there. Let me grab a screwdriver and see if I can get it off real quick. Alright, I just barely touched it with a screwdriver and it popped right off. So it slips right off the shaft. And then this is what you're left with. It's a seal here with like a spring on it. And then it's got this piece that's like kind of, I guess you'd say, pressed into the case. And then there's actually another seal on the other side. And the way this thing works is you've got coolant on this side of the shaft, and you've got oil on this side of the shaft. So this this little weep hole here isolates an area between the two, and it pretty much just lets you know whether one of these seals goes bad, because if this seal goes bad and lets coolant into the weep hole and then it doesn't get addressed, you can get coolant into your oil through that same passage. Also, it can work the other way. If you start getting oil out of this tube, out of this weep hole, then you can have your oil seal go bad, and it can get into your coolant, which either way makes a mess. So it's best to go ahead and replace both of them while you're digging in here. And I've done these on some Kawasaki's. I've actually never done one on a Polaris. But what you need to do, there's a little, you can kind of see that gold looking ring around there. You have to catch that with a screwdriver. It's kind of stuck in there, so what you have to do is catch it in a couple spots and bend that thing in, and you're going to destroy this seal when you take it out. So don't worry about that. But your biggest thing is to not tear up a whole lot of stuff trying to get that, as far as the case goes, trying to get that copper looking ring out of there. And once you get that thing bent in a couple spots, it'll pop out with the screwdriver. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on that a little bit. I'm not gonna bore you sitting here and watching me do it. So I'll just show you what it looks like when you get it out, and I'll hopefully it won't take me long because I got to go to lunch here in a minute. Alright guys, there you go. It's got some kind of sealant that's put on it on the brand new one, and hopefully that's going to be on the new one when we put it back in there. But you can see what I did. Makes it real easy with this little ring around here. You can just stick a screwdriver in and pry the that little lip back. That's what the lip looks like originally. I'll get up here on something black so you can see. That's what the lip looks like originally, and you can see where I pried it. It's like I pried about 3/4 of it out, just barely pried it over, and it ended up just popping out of there. So that's about as easy as it comes. You can see there's some crud in there. That's stuff that's gotten through that weep hole. Then there's also, I'm going to clean off this little bit of material in there. There's also a that oil seal that I spoke of. It's in here too. See it right there? I'm gonna pop it out. Not real sure the best way to get it. I may use the old drywall screw method. Just pop a drywall screw in here and then pull the screw out to get the seal out. So I'm gonna pull that out, and then we'll be replacing both of those. I'm already gonna change the oil in this bike, so I don't know how much oil I'm gonna lose out of here, but hopefully it won't be much. So I'll probably go ahead and drain some oil out, and that way we won't mix the two. So let me get the oil draining and we'll pop this seal out. And looks like this is going to be a pretty quick install. Alright guys, so I got the old seal out, new seal, water or oil seal pressed back in there about the same depth. And then this is the new seal. We've got the mechanical seal, they call it. It does have that blue stuff around it. There's still a little bit of that left on the case that I couldn't get off. So what you want to do now is get you a socket that'll fit over top of this thing pretty tight. This one here I got is a 1.25 inch. Let me make sure I don't have any other ones that'll fit any tighter. 1.25 inch. No, 1.25 inch looks like it's gonna be it. So take 1.25 inch and kind of just slide your seal up on there. Kind of get it centered up. And what I'm gonna end up doing is taking you don't have a whole lot of room to tap this thing in between the arm and here, so I'm gonna take a long extension and stick it out here out the back side so I can tap the extension to get it pushed all the way in there. So just want to make sure you get that thing pressed in square and knock it all the way down in. So let me get an extension and a little hammer, and I'm gonna start tapping this thing in. Alright guys, so I got the seal knocked in there. It takes a little bit to get it in there. I ended up taking a hammer and the extension got it started, but it wasn't going in there quite square, so I ended up taking my hammer and turning it sideways and was able to hit it right here pretty close without the extension, and it knocked it in there pretty easy. The thing you want to look at is to make sure your seal is or your shaft is centered up on your seal here. Alright, next thing to do is to put your impeller back on. Don't forget it, because it won't cool if you leave it off. So this is a little different design than the Kawasaki's I've done in the past. This seal here on the Kawasaki's is pressed into the impeller, and this one's not. So it looks like it's had some RTV or something on it. It's actually got some rough ridges around the inside of that impeller. It's supposed to mesh up with the seal here to keep it spinning. So I'm going to put a little bit of RTV around here and put the seal in there, and then we'll tighten it up and put the bolts in, put some coolant in it, and that's going to be about it. Sometimes burping these systems can be a little tough. We get an air bubble in them, but hopefully it won't be in this case. So I'll cut the camera back on right before once I get everything buttoned up. Alright guys, got everything buttoned back up. Just tighten those bolts up just snug. It took about 9 or 10 foot-pounds to tighten them up. Put the clamp back on. I'm just going to top it off with antifreeze, crank it up, let it run a little bit, make sure it get the air pocket out of it, and we'll be done. So that's pretty much it. Replacing the mechanical seal on the water pump of a Razor 800. Alright, y'all have a good day.